everybody. We are scrimming today. Betas are going to be taking on Western Wave Riders in our lovely scrim today. We'll take two. Unable to get a beta scrim in last week. Hoping that we can get going with a scrim today. Looks like we've got some guest stars on the betas roster right now, including Orcio in particular. So I'd be interested to see how Orcio fills in today and whether that is going to be a permanent change going forward or whether it is just a ringer for the day. Meanwhile, Western Wave Riders, Luke W1 or Luck, Galahorn, Galaron. I get that once every time. Devilwood, J Depp. I think that's how you pronounce those, anyways. It does look like New Queen Street is being teased as our first map. Yeah, we'll be going in there. I've just realised that the scroll credits is doing something funny. It's because there's not enough text, it seems. Right, okay. We fixed those. We fixed those. My name's not long enough, it seems. Anyways, there we go. Yeah, just waiting for both teams to declare themselves ready. Western Wave Riders still waiting on one, and then we'll be jumping in. Different kind of tunes today. Going for a little bit of a different vibe. Jethro with the resub, huge. That is a long streak now as well. Unbelievable. "15 months. Orcio as well. Getting in there with the sub. 19 months for Orcio. That is insane. We're actually close to a hype train. I have not seen that in a while. But there we are. Got everything we need right now to get a great day going. Got betas playing. We got Orcio subbing. I don't know what role Orcio is subbing in for. The teams are not sorted in the lobby, so I know Kev will be, well, I'm assuming Kev will be on tank. RT Tommy V will be on TPS. But yeah. Anyways, looks like we are getting ready to get into game, which is good. And then we'll be getting on. I think New Queen Street is going to be our first map, everybody. Do bear with me as I am solo casting, solo producing for the first time in a long time. I used to do this all the time, obviously, so it will become more natural to me as time goes on. Don't you worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, we're anxiously awaiting that first map. Busan is going to be our first map of the day. And it's going to be a delightful change from Lijiang Tower, which is one we have every EU scrim up to this point. So chat, I have to say, you're going to have to be our color caster for the day. I will call what is going on. Play by play is what I'm good at, but when it comes to telling you what's going on in a more high level detail, I'm gonna need some support from you guys in chat, as my in-depth knowledge of the game is not what it used to be. My in-depth knowledge of Overwatch 1 wasn't great, but now we're in Overwatch 2. It's a whole nother ball game. Anyways, let's jump into Busan. Sorry about that. I realized my mic was muted. But yes, there we go. Tommy B. Now going to get the better in that Reaper combination, switching from the Genji over to the Reaper, and that is going to give them what they needed in that fight. And it does look like we're going to see Betas getting the cap in 3%. Already, and you know, it's going to look like it's going to be a pretty close game. Neither side have ultimates online just yet, but both are getting very close to a lot of key ultimates here. But it is going to be the overclock ready online first. Will it be first to be used? No, it's not. It's going to come in, but it's not going to be fast enough. There is going to be a beautiful rush Blossom combination there, and that is going to be a beautiful cleanup from Betas. Only using 2 ults there, taking one out of Devilwood as well, and that's a scary one as well to be aware of. And here again, the beauty of that Kiriko teleportation there is going to help take control of this high ground from the Winston of Kev on the side of Betas there. In comes the Kasuni rush from JDep here, but it's not going to avail as Kev comes in with a primal, sweeping in the background. Artie coming in with a beautiful overclock as well, and is going to see out another fight for Betas. And it's took them a while to get going, but they did. Once they have found their stride, they are finding their value here. Also forced off the high ground yet again, gonna have to sit on the slow ground, try not to get picked off here as they take a different rotation this time. Not going down main, gonna try and take this high ground on the left hand side and try and catch Betas off guard here. They're gonna come in, but it's immediately taken down. Tommy B taking out Luck W immensely fast. and it's going to be very hard for them to win a fight now without their Reaper. And Tommy B is free to just melt through. Kev, nothing to worry about, no Reaper on the defense to worry about, and it is just going to be a simple clean up here from Betas, and that is going to be the first round of Busan under control. And the Death Blossom comes in, but it's not going to find anything else here. With a couple of final picks here, it's going to finish things up, and it is just staggering how many people are able to get onto the point from Western Wave Riders, but they are going to finally get beaten off by Betas. Going to go into the second point of Busan now. Mecha base. We normally see more brawly style comps, but at the moment the teams are sticking with the rush composition that is expected to be quite a strong composition given the nerfs to Diva and Zarya coming in the next balance change. Going to be who can play it better. It is a perfect mirror match, and we're going to go into our first pause of the evening, hopefully the first and last pause, but it does give us time to think about the compositional difference of nothing, and it gives us a chance to talk about the fact that Orsio is coming in to sub on the channel, subbing on the channel, and also subbing in for Betas here on that flex support role, taking on the Kiriko to start thing. We'll see if we see anything else from Orsio later on this evening, but so far it's been doing a stunning job on that Kiriko. Meanwhile, waiting for Western Wave Riders to sort of find their rhythm a little bit here. They've had a bit of a shaky start, but they're coming in strong into this second point. They're going to take control here. They need to make sure that they take the Reaper down and keep their Reaper up. That's the biggest thing that was making them lose their previous fights. But at the moment, it is just jostling for positions here on this high ground. Who's going to get that first pick? And it is going to be Devilwood again with the early picks in the map here. And that's going to force Betas back, all the way back. And they're going to chase this Western Wave Riders. They are not giving any space for free, and they're going to delay Betas for as long as possible. The point is now on locks, and they will start capping that with a couple of their members, but they want to hold this spawn door for as long as they possibly can. Meanwhile, Beta's going to be trying to push through this choke point. They do need to be aware of those space creating abilities of the opposition, and you know, they're going to do well with their own space making abilities. Also, he's going to find a pick onto the Lucio of Frosty there, and that is going to be a beautiful fight for Betas. They do lose one though. RT does get sent back to the spawn doors, and that does mean that they might have a bit of a challenge here on this close hole. But with the movement ability of Surgeon, we're going to see back pretty ASAP here. It does look like Betas are going to be the first to the Death Blossom ability, but Devilwood on the Surgeon with the overclock already, and that's going to be a huge advantage in this fight. And let's see if they can find any value with it. Jess getting taken down by that overclock ability, and it is going to be a big fight win coming through. Can they finish up? Yes, they can. They take down the Kiriko of Orsio as well here. Kev's gone primal, but it's not going to be enough to save Betas in this fight. And Devilwood, with the rest of Western Wave Riders, are able to clutch that nice fight with just the just the 2 ults there. They did end up using the primal of their own as well. Going into the next fight, though, it is betas. They're going to have the slight ultimate advantage. They are going to have that overclock themselves this fight, and that is something that Devilwood is already at 40% too, but who's going to press it faster? And it is going to be 2 rushes for each other, but the Death Blossom is just too strong, and betas get the cleanup off the back of that. Devilwood is going to take down Tommy B again in that backline. It's going to get slowly taken down there by Kev and rushed with Orcio, and yeah, I mean 68% already to their next overclock. Artie yet to use the first one, and it is going to be advantage now on the ultimate economy side for Western Wave Riders. They are very slightly behind now in this battle, but it's going to be who engages fast. It's both beats come out. There's so much health on the board. There is the Death Blossom from Luck W, but they get booped off the high ground, so they didn't get any value out of it. Meanwhile, the rest of betas just getting free value on the back line, able to really deal the damage where it hurts and deny Western Wave Riders a fight in which they were in the advantage. Betas, though, they have only going to have this primal in this next fight, and they're going to have to deal with another strong Devilwood ultimate here. Here goes Devilwood with that ultimate yet again, and finding so much value with it. They only used the 1 ultimate there, and they're going to find another clean fight win. They're going to get the cap in at 99% for betas, but that is not going to be enough. They do get the stagger onto Orcio there on the Kiriko, and that is going to delay them ever so slightly, but obviously with that teleport ability, Orcio will be getting back pretty quickly. And I think it's the beauty of this composition. All of the heroes are highly mobile, and no matter if they get late picked, they will be back soon. But Devilwood again finding a beautiful railgun shot onto Artie. Kev coming back, clutch in with the primal launch as well there, just to keep alive in the backline. It's going to keep this fight balanced for a piece, but it is not going to get any more than that, as Kev is now deep in the Wave Riders backline here. Does manage to get kept up here. Beautifully well played by Orcio to get that in. The bottom comes in from Tommy B though, and that's going to take down both supports in that backline, and now there is nothing sustaining Wave Riders on this point. Devilwood though coming in again with a huge railgun shot. They are going to have to touch the point, but they are unable to stay long, and gets deleted by Tommy B. And Tommy B and Jessel just being bullies now on this point, denying anyone the ability to touch. And Kev comes back in on the Doomfist, and just to seal them away in the corridor, and that is going to give betas the first map of the series. Obviously, this is a scrim though. We'll be going round for the 3rd point of Busan, so we get both teams get to practice all 3 points of Busan. Speaking of 3 points of Busan, we are going straight into Shrine now. And again, it looks like we're going to be seeing very much of the same from both teams. Both teams very much playing the meta here, and it's about who can play it better. And so far, Devilwood has been trying their best here to sink Beta's hopes of a victory, but Beta's all round have just been slightly better in terms of coordination and ult usage here, giving them the advantage so far. But it is not over just yet. And again, Kev gets the first fight. For the first time, Beta's claimed the first fight of the round, and that might just set things on a different tone. You never know. We're going to see Kev going all the way into the backline here, trying to charge up that primal very, very fast, and also give a bit of charge to Orcio's ultimate. We are going to go in for a quick pause as we find another communication with server issue. We find ourselves in a point where Wave Riders, they know they've lost the map, but now neither team have got the map to play for. It's now just about practice and who can carry can betas carry the momentum, or will Wave Riders use this opportunity to seize a point back from betas? It's yet to be seen, but at the moment it is looking in favor of betas, and we're going to be going straight back in here. Kev, with that new long-range gun on the Winston here, is able to actually get some poke damage in from a distance, and that's going to be a huge advantage compared to the Winston of Overwatch 1. Devilwood yet to find too much value just yet. We're waiting for them to find some value that they have been so keen on finding in the previous maps, but it's Artie that finds the pick on the Surgeon here. But Luke W does take Kev down in response, and without the tank, it's going to be hard for betas to sort of hold on to this position. Kev will be back rather quickly on that Winston yet again here, but it is going to be Galahorn on the point, trying to get that cap in. Beta's going to come in and contest. There is Kev fighting close here. Winston v Winston here, but it is going to be both Winstons going to get taken out here as Luck W1 coming in clutch. Jethro is going to stick on this point, just keep everyone away. Boot off. The Casino Rush comes in, but nothing comes of it as Tommy B's Death Blossom finds the 2 remaining kills required for the team kill there, and deny any sort of Western Wave Riders chance of a point capture. Western Wave Riders though, you know, they are coming back strong here. They've got 70%, they've got a couple of fights they can take here. Are they going to go in early? No, Tommy B is going to go in early again, taking down the Winston. Kev's going to go primal in the back line here, and that is going to be another fight for betas there, with only the single ultimate used. They're going to have 3 ultimates remaining for this final fight. 4 ultimates on the side of Western Wave Riders, and it's 0% for them. So even if they win this fight, they're going to have to hold on to the point for a few more after that. Here comes a Casino Rush coming in from Orcio, but it's not going to find any value as the B comes in to deny. And it is going to be Devilwood with another beautiful overclock kill here. 2 now for Devilwood, and that is going to be a huge fight win for Western Wave Riders right when they needed it most. They managed to navigate through 3 ultimates of betas and still kept the point with an ultimate of their own in the bag, ready for the next fight in Death Blossom by Western Wave Riders. Tommy B dumping another ultimate here is actually going to fight and say, hey, no, this fight's not over. They might have capped the point, but the fight is still ongoing, and I'm going to get a Death Blossom in here, and I'm going to take another kill, and I'm going to take my team to a map. Clean sweep. As we find ourselves 3-0 on Busan. Now, we're going to be going into a new map. Probably hybrid is the normal procedure, but things can change. It is a scrim, of course. Both these teams will be looking to practice. Some of these teams may even be entering in the Arena Open Division, and I have to say, I would be very excited for these teams if they did enter in the Arena Open Division. It is going to be a $100 prize pool courtesy of Community Gaming, and they'll be also hosting the tournament in terms of all of the sign-ups and everything else on their website as well. You will need to do that. If you're interested in participating, you will need a team to participate in the tournament. So make sure you go and find yourself a team, get yourself signed up. There is only 16 places, and the top 3 teams will be taking away some prize money. Looks like we are going to have a little bit of a substitution from Western Wave Riders here. I'm reading it as Pizza Lover coming in on the side of Western Wave Riders in replacement of Frostig. And I believe that was the main support player from the previous round. Does that mean that the other 4 are going to be on the same roles? May not. Maybe. But we'll soon find out as we're going to go into Midtown for our next map. Midtown is a hybrid map. People saying it is better than King's Row. I haven't played it enough to have an opinion on that, but what I can say is it does make a far more interesting cast because it's a brand new map. There's a whole load of new strats. King's Row will always have a place in our hearts as the game we love to play. But I have to say, I have to give it to Geo. Midtown, you know, it is pretty good. Speaking of Midtown, we're going to see some different compositions teased by both teams as we go through, and it can be very different in terms of the previous map in how these play, because one team has control and the other team will be trying to take that control rather than both teams fighting for control from the beginning. So the positioning on your defense can be very different, and I do see some interesting strategies being played here. This is a map where Pharah can be very good on this first point. Lots of buildings to hide behind. However, as the payload progresses, it does become more tricky to continue on that Pharah, and whether they will stick with the Pharah or whether this is just them brainstorming compositions. Of course, as a scrim, the timer is not quite the same as if it was a a competitive game on ladder or in a competitive game in terms of a tournament. Teams can take some teams take upwards of 5 minutes to sort of get themselves in a position that they want, because they'll be trying new strats, they'll be trying new positionings and things, so it takes them a bit longer than normal. It also allows the coaches, if they have any, to give any sort of pep talks and things like this. But it does look like we are going to be going in now, and it does look like Tommy B is going to be sticking on that Pharah. And one thing I can tell you now is Tommy B on the Pharah is something to watch. They got so much value on the Pharah from previous arena tournaments, and it is going to force them to play around the sightlines of this Pharah here. And it's going to keep, Galahorn is going to be split up from the team, but it's going to manage to find a way through. And as you can see, they really want to play outside of sightlines from this Pharah, and they're doing a really good job of it as well. They haven't really got a counter to the Pharah. They have a Surgeon, and they, I mean, Pizza Lover can do some damage, but again, it's not exactly an easy thing to hit here. But it's going to be Tommy B who just free value, but it's not going to matter. Artie gets taken down. They're just playing around the Pharah. They're ignoring the Pharah, and they're going to play the rest of the Vator's squad. But it is going to be a nice res coming in from Jessrel, but Jessrel loses her life for the price. And now we find ourselves without the Palmer Mercy for Betas, and with Devilwood, and the ability they have with that railgun is just unbelievably good. And with that, they are going to find the picks they need to finish up this first point. Get the cap in, and they'll be on to trying to take some high ground already here from Betas, and they're going to try and take in the Betas from bad spawns, but they're not going to get there in time. And actually Tommy B is going to capitalize on it, finds a rocket onto Devilwood here, and without Devilwood there really is very little to counter this Pharah right now. And Tommy B with the barrage ready to launch that, and that would be a lot of value. Has to wait for that ability from oh my goodness me, I forgot the names, but the protection given by Pizza Lover, Kiriko, that's it, is too strong and could have dealt with a lot of that barrage, but no. Artie though is going to be the one to find a pick off the back of this Casino Rush. Both teams using theirs, and it is going to be Betas that find the advantage so far. We are seeing Kev taking the Doomfist, and we know that this isn't a favourite tank at the moment. Hoping to see some love for Doomfist We don't see Doomfist played all that much, but Kev, traditionally in Overwatch 1, the off-tank player picking up the main tank role from time to time, get a bit of practice in, ready for Overwatch 2, is going to come round and get the hammer down here. Huge ultimate usage there, finding the pick onto Devilwood, and they're still going deep here, and they're going to take some damage. But that regen ability, and Kev still in this room with all of them, just going to take them all out. Normally when you get stuck in a room, you're stuck in a room and you die, but not Kev. Kev's like, you know what, I'm going to take all of you down instead, and heroic plays from Kev is going to get them 40% up to the Meteor Strike ability. It's Artie though with the ultimate ready to go. It's going to create some space. Try and find a good choke point here. Tommy B getting a bit close for comfort. Tommy B finding the final bit of damage required by Artie there to get that kill, and that is going to mean that it's going to be a long trip. All of a few yards back to spawn for the Wave Riders. Sitting on the objective now, just going to wait up. They have 5 ults. They're going to go in, they're going to press Q. The betas themselves are going to have 5 ults in this fight. Kev going in early, and there's the barrage early, but it is Pizza Lover going to get the kill down onto Tommy B, and that's going to be 1 for 1 here. And oh dear, Luck W1 goes for the despotism, goes for the heroic plays, but gets immediately deleted by betas there. And betas haven't even used that many ultimates yet in that fight. Pizza Lover gets taken down, Devil would get taken down as well. Kev on that Doomfist is just showing everybody how to play the fisty character. Taking on this high ground, going to drop down, get a good slamming. Actually gets cancelled. Unable to find that slam in, and that is going to be a lot of damage. Unable to be collected here. Kevin is very low with very little abilities left, but don't worry, just there to save the day with a beautiful Guardian Angel. And we're going to find themselves in a little bit of bother though, as they still come through. Devilwood finding a lot of value with the railgun ability, and yet again, and we're going to find ourselves betas finally getting cracked here on this second point. They are going to have another fight though, so don't count them out just yet. 40 seconds left. We are going to be heading in towards our final fight of the point, and it is going to be down to whether the objective can reach the end here or whether betas can hold on. They have a tracer in the backline they need to be dealing with, and they do finally deal with Luck W1. Meanwhile, all this time the car progressing quite a lot is actually going to help out Wave Riders quite considerably here. They need to be careful in the backline though. Tommy B with the barrage is going to find 2. Is that going to be enough for betas to win this point and win this map right here? Or is it going to be a clutch play from Devilwood? No, it's not. Tommy B is there, and it is betas that are going to have the clutch. Stealing out second point here, just a trade to the touch. Kev is in there trying to deny, but they are coming in. The contests are coming in. Luck W1 is still going strong on the tracer until Luck W1 is taken out just like that. There is always a chance, but now it's Devilwood that comes in with the fist ability, but it's not going to be enough. And we find ourselves at a point where the map can be won as quickly as 1, 2, 3. As the teams swap sides. although betas can win this map by completing second point, because it's a scrim, we will play to the end of the map. And this is due to the fact that we want to practice in scrims. So we'll play the map to completion regardless, so that we can practice completing the map. Much like your quick play games would. And it is going to be the same again from both teams. But no, Tommy B's gonna tease the Echo here. Are we gonna see Echo on Midtown? I'm getting added by Western Wave Riders. If I was to hazard a guess here, Western Wave Riders,
5, 4, 3,
maybe from Western Supermare and be surfers, or at least maybe historically 1 or 2 members of the team also surf, judging by their name, and that's just from their name. I don't know the answer, and this is sneaky. I like. We're going to be sneaky with it. Top secret espionage mission here. There they are. They've been found. Kev is going to get found out and taken down here as well. And that is going to be no good for Jess either, as they found themselves boxed in this corner. Tommy B, though, getting an absolute face full of sticky mines onto Galahorn. It's going to keep things in play here for betas. They're going to get a lot of space here, and JDEP gets taken down. And we're going to find ourselves fighting in some very strange areas of the map now. And it is going to be betas now. I'm going to move forward with that spawn advantage. Going forward, Kev and Tommy B are going to go all the way into this back line. And Wave Riders, they're going to do the right thing here. They're going to give up this objective just for the time being so they can regroup and go in all together. And it's going to be Galahorn on the point first. And it's going to be followed up by a couple of kills as well here. And this was a really good engage. They weren't ready for it just at that moment, betas. But now they are fighting. They're coming back strong. Kev with a couple of kills here. But is it going to be enough? I don't think it's going to be. And that is going to be another fight win here for the red team Wave Riders. Morcio on the Kiriko. Getting ready to engage. Taking time, finding the right spot, trying to get a scout out here. Kev needs some help here and is going to get it in the form of a beautiful play from Artie and Audio dive in there. And Kev is getting all the way out as well. Beautiful support play here from the team of betas. And that is going to keep this fight hopes alive, but not for long. Kev gets taken down and there is no ability left now for Orcio. They're going to have to just heal with the left clicks, and that's not going to be enough on its own. So they're going to just come out. They're going to get a res in as well. Gestrel going to give them a good chance in to go in fast. Kev actually making a swap over to the Diva now. Doomfist not quite working out for them. Orcio taking a lot of damage there, but well guarded by Kev. Kev playing the hero they were known for, and that is this beautiful Diva player in Kev. Eating everything under the sun, and we're going to see some beautiful play from them, really gathering in this whole corner here. It's not giving anyone space, but it's not going to be enough. For the ultimate's use on the side of Western Wave Riders, they are going to be able to clean this fight out, but that was very nearly capped by betas sneakily at the end there. Nearly a bit of a C9, but Western Rave is doing a really good job, and a map that looked all for betas to win here is turned on its head. Western Rave Riders now the ones in the driving seat. 19 seconds left. This last fight territory for betas. What do they have? They have a Diva Bomb, and that is all they're going to have. They're going to have to navigate their way through a Death Blossom, and in fact they might actually save the Diva Bomb before that Death Blossom. The Diva is going to be the one to make the touch here. Death Blossom may come out just on point, trying to stall out. There's the bomb, but that is going to free up the Death Blossom in a moment or two. Tommy B coming back on the Genji. It's going to take them a while to be able to charge up the ultimates here, but RT finds a pick onto Luck W1, and it is going to be just trying to get a res in, but it's unable to. It's going on, comes in and finishes them off. RT, the only one left for betas, and it is going to be Western Rave Riders taking map number 2. And again, a really well played fight by both teams just there. And I've closed the scoreboard. Just bear with me. Tying up the series 1 apiece. And that's what we like to see, a scrim that is balanced and fair. And that is what we're seeing. We're seeing some really strong plays from betas. We're seeing some really strong plays, especially on Midtown there. Some really good coordination from Western Rave Riders to be able to deal with that barrel composition on the offense on that first point. And that enabled them to then hold first point and get the W. We're going to be going through now to, I think, where are we? I don't think I've been on this map before. It's a push map. I don't know where we are. I've never seen this map before. Chat, help me out. Where are we? Rome? Is this Rome? Oh, this is Rome, isn't it? Yeah, because there's a Colosseum right there. I don't know I've never played this map, actually. This is a map that I'm not familiar with. So I will be excited as much as you are to see what's going on. But I'll also be trying to find my way around the map. Anyway, we're going in for a pause. This tends to happen in scrims, especially when EU servers do EU servers things. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be all okay and good to go very soon. In fact, I think we're already getting to that point now. Also, these spawn doors are really annoying. You can't go through the doors in spectator cam. Like, you just bounce off them. You know how like most spawn doors you can go through on spectator? You can't go through the spawn doors. So now I'm in the spawn. I can't get out of the spawn until the round starts. I can go to the other spawn, obviously, but that only gets me so far. Which is over here. In the other spawn. But now I can't see the rest of the map. This is entertaining. But anyways, the timer has come down and we're getting ready. Just a bit of a time ad there coming in from one of them. There we go. We got the Spitfire Spitfire All-Stars skin there on the Winston. And they're going to make their way over to the robot. And we take control of the robot. And it's going to be this sort of who's going to fight around here. And the positionings of this map mean it's going to be difficult for them to fight directly on the robot. So that's why you see them taking these fights on these off angles here. Tommy B is going to be able to get that robot at least moved slightly here. But that doesn't mean anything. It's still a draw at this point until that barrier moves. But that is now happened. The barrier has begun to move. No team really got a pick just yet, but it's I didn't take Jethro long to prove me wrong and shut me up just there, but there we go. And J-Dep actually gonna return the favor onto Tommy B here. Both teams down a DPS. Sorry, both teams down 1 DPS and one team down a support, but Devilwood is going to really show their value yet again. Needs to be careful of that Orcio though. Orcio is a renowned hit scan player originally, but yeah, this is a very close matchup between these two teams. As you can see, this robot hasn't really moved that far at all, and these teams are fighting really close. Devilwood needs to be careful. It's getting a little bit of focus fire here coming in from Artie on that Ash with a little bit of extra range. It's just going to give them a little bit more control of these high grounds, and actually this is a really good positioning from Betas here, and they are going to get the kills they need with the Kastuni rush. Also taking down Galahorn with a final blow there, and that's just telling you the power of Orcio. Unbelievable player of Overwatch video game. Glad to see them back and playing again. This robot continues to move. The objective is now in control of Betas. They have the advantage. They need to keep this cart moving, try and get as much ground as possible. But here comes a Kasuna rush. The grab though coming in from Kev is absolutely massive, and the blade comes in late, but is it going to be enough anyway? It is the Bob as well, with the combination there of all three of those ults. That was not going to be a fight lost by Betas. They threw everything at it, and they did it with reason as well. This is a really hard part of the map to push the cart through under this bridge, just because you got to get all of that high ground you got to give up to get this cart moving. Very similar to Gibraltar in that first point on Gibraltar, but here we find ourselves fighting in close ground here, and now they're gonna have to back out Betas. They don't have the abilities they need. And Kev actually getting a little bit dizzy there from all this juggling, a bit lost, and actually gets taken down as a result as well. Juggled all the way back to the cart here. Tommy B now on the Genji is just isolated and unable to get the safety as well. And now the robot has gone a long way towards pushing the barrier again. This time though will be for the team of Wave Riders, and they know the value of this bridge already, and they're gonna be fighting for it in the form of Devilwood. And Devilwood has got that ultimate ready to go as well, really to scare people away and just push it in. And you can see them already trying to get so much value in here. From a distance as well, they're going to deal with the Ashe. Just scare the Ashe just enough so they don't deal with them. But Artie is going to find value with Kev on that front line. And now Artie going to come in with a couple of dashes as well. And Devilwood, the last man left, doesn't last very long. We find ourselves heading towards another Beta's push. And Betas, you can just see it's taking them a long time here to get this cart moving, but they are the ones with consistent cart progress. But with that death blossom coming in, is it going to be enough? And Tommy B gets taken down out of blade. Bob comes in onto the cart though, and that's going to get that cart moving just ever so slightly. Is it going to be enough to get it to the point? It is. Bob there is actually going to get them that first objective, and that is going to be a huge milestone for Betas. They have early spawns right now, and they're going to be able to capitalize on those and get on top of Wave Riders a lot quicker than they would have been able to had they not made that cap. But they now have lost it again as that cart has moved over, and here comes the overclock coming in. And can they deny it? It looks like it, they can so far. Tommy B actually switching over to the Hanzo, trying to get some more damage in with Artie on the Ashe. And there's a lot of long range damage from both of RT and Tommy B. And I think giving that early poke in the fight is just giving them a little bit of an advantage. Like, I mean, the close range value of the Reaper is not to be understated. But definitely this Hanzo Ash combination is just getting a lot of value versus that Surgeon at the moment. Just with the range as well. And there's a lot of open sightlines to take a value of, and really makes it tricky to get this rush composition working. But there we go. There comes the grab, comes in from Kev. It's going to be big. There's no dragon just yet to take it up, but Orsio is going to find a pick. There's the dragon, comes in a little late, but it is going to distort their positioning, but that is all it's going to distort. It's not going to get anything else. That cart, though, that payload now has made it up to the top of that bridge, ready for the next fight. But this fight continues into the courtyard area. Kev gets taken down here, and you know, Kev is going to have those early spawns. And again, they're going to have those early spawns, and that means they're going to have a bigger advantage. Orfeo, huge awareness there to jump out of the way of Luck. Big play coming in from them. Tommy B on the hand, so it needs to be careful. Doesn't have as much mobility as some of the other players in the squad. And a beautiful headshot. Whether that was intentional or not, I don't know, but that was a beautiful flick regardless. And it's going to be traded out here. Devilwood gets the return kill, and it's Galahorn, as you know, has given Wave Riders an advantage where they might be able to get this cart rolling again. They are the ones that are in the deficit right now. They're going to get this cart progress that they so dearly need to catch up to betas right now. It's at this point the color caster would come in, but sadly no color caster today. I'm gonna rely on chat. And that cart has just been given over here. They've just given up on it. They push it quite far and then just let it go. I think maybe to try and catch betas out, and that may have worked here as Devilwood comes in with a double kill with that. The pulse bomb coming from Luck is going to find Kev. No bubble to save them. Bob is going to be playing around on point here and close enough to stop that robot from going any further. That huge range potential on the being close to the robot to get it moving is ridiculous. But there they go. They are going to complete that first objective. Both teams now taking that first objective, and it is going to be fighting on the bridge yet again. There's the grab dragon coming in from betas though. Tommy B and Kev linking up beautifully here, and Devilwood just swings straight into it, knowing that it's going to be better to regroup with the team and get back fast. JDEP as well gets taken out finally here, but all of them are going to have the close spawn. And can they contest and keep that close spawn? No, they will not. They're going to wait. They're going to wait, and then they're going to pounce when they need it the most. But they're going to pounce straight into the Reaper, and that Reaper and the Kasuna rush from betas, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming out. The bait does come down from JDEP to keep them all sustained. And now there's a primal of their own in the backline. Kev, though, finds the first pick of the fight, and is followed soon by RT getting another crucial pick onto the main tank. And without that, even with that pick coming in from Devilwood, it's not going to be enough to turn things over. And now betas are in control of the robot. If they maintain control of the robot, they will win this round. All they've got to do is stop this one fight, and it is now over time. Here comes the beat from betas. They are going to get that beat down. They're going to get the robot a bit closer to them as well, meaning that they're going to have to come to them if they want to touch the payload here. Smart play from betas to do that, but here comes the damage coming in from Artie on that Death Blossom is just going to be too much, and it's going to seal it for betas, taking map number 3 in the series so far. 2-1 now in the series we go. Beautiful, beautiful played. Chat strategist Singen incoming. Frosty was out of the last fight, essentially, yes, for being a little bit late to the spawn door, and Tracer, yeah, potentially could have touched, but given the way that that fight was going, even with a touch, I don't think it was going to be gonna go in favor, unfortunately, of Western Wave Riders. Maybe a clutch play. Anyways, we're gonna go to the streets of Monaco and Monte Carlo for the next map as we visit Circuit Royale. And this is another one of my favorite new maps. There's some beautiful long sightlines. We get to see some Sigma, which you don't get to see very often in Overwatch 2, really, just because of the prevalence and prowess of the Diva and the Zarya. But now we get to see some beautiful long-ranged ability from these teams. I'm expecting some Widow. I'm expecting to see maybe some Pharah. I'm expecting to see maybe some more Hanzo. Frontline Hanzo is viable. Absolutely. Tommy B, the way you playing Hanzo 100% is doable. Frontline Hanzo. That's how I play Hanzo, frontline Hanzo. It's easier to hit heads when you're stood in front of the heads, you know. That's my argument, and I'm sticking with it. Tommy B, are we going to see some plays here? Are we going to see some plays? It may be the case that we get to see some plays from these teams. We are seeing some interesting compositional choices being chosen. Oh my goodness me. They are. Widow duel, question mark? If there's a chat admin in chat, would you mind just starting a prediction for me? Who's gonna win the Widow duel? Tommy B or Luck W1? That'd be fun. Also, I love how this is like Monte Carlo and like, you know, the Monaco Grand Prix, and you basically race this car, but obviously because it's Overwatch, it's a payload, that it moves really slowly. It's just kind of, just seems counterintuitive, you know. It looks like an F1 car. It should be driving like an F1 car, you know. Oh well, beggars can't be choosers, you know. It's just the way it is with Blizzards, and it wouldn't make sense to have any other type of payload on this map. I do like the fact that they have included Monaco. Anyways, we are getting ourselves ready again, and again, oh, this is another spawn door I can't go through. It's another spawn door that you can't go through with spec cam. Like, you just can't go through it. The colliders are not turned off. Here comes the Widow shot. So it's going to be Luck W1 that gets the first hit in, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill in. Grapple shot. Unable to find. Oh, nearly finds the head. Finds where the Widow is hiding, but not fast enough. And I ain't gonna worry about those jump boosts, but it's actually Galahorn that's finding the value on the front lines here. Neither Widow really particularly doing well, but doesn't matter. Devilwood and Galahorn just gonna win the fight anyways on the front line. Widows can just do Widow things. Oh, Galahorn really knowing how to balance those combos. Blocks the rock with the shield, doesn't give too much damage on the shield away, gets all the way back down again, and Kev's now going to have control of that peak point. And we're going to see Tommy B sticking on the Widow here, trying to find a way through. Oh, beautiful flick by Tommy, and there comes another pick, but now they're on the low ground. What can they do with it? Not very much, as they get taken down by Jada. Artie gets taken down by Jada as well. Jada on the Zen, just getting so much value here. Galahorn gets taken down, and it is just going to be both Sigma's trade. We're going to find ourselves continuing on. Galahorn and Luck W here is the one. Oh, Tommy B, unbelievable. The Widow from Tommy B is the one that is finding the most immediate value here. Unable to win the last fight, even off the back of 2 picks, unfortunately, but getting a nice sneak through there as well. Very, very aware. It's going to get those sights in as well. Both teams launch those sights, and it's not going to matter because there's going to be a flux into the air, and Devilwood was waiting for the overclock there. The Orcio comes in with a trans, but is it going to be enough? No, it's just Kev left. The cards rolling towards the end, and even though Kev and Orcio are going to be able to win the fight, they're not going to be able to get back in time to touch. Oh no, they are! Millimeters away from completing point 2. How they managed to do that, I do not know, but Jess comes in clutch as well, trying to keep Kev alive. Kev staying on point. He's not going anywhere anytime soon, and they're going to have to use their ultimates here to try and sort this out. Jada with the trans is going to keep everyone sustained through that. The window gets so much value on the side of the Wave Riders, to the point where they're going to get the second point, and they're going to start their progress on to third. Galahorn already taking that top right hand side, not making any delay in getting this high ground. It's a long way to get there, but once you're there, it is just so valuable on this point. It's just gonna be able to roll all the way through here. Artie on this left hand side is gonna be able to get some good amount of damaging off of that as well. Holding that left hand side, denying any space on that left hand side. Oh, that Widow though needs to be careful of it. Luck, you know, need to respect Luck. Luck is a pretty good Widow. Sure, nearly finds the flick onto Artie there. Finds it that time though. Not given enough space. And it's going to be Devilwood again on this front line. Beautiful play to finish things up. Jada taking control of the cart, you know. Front lines then. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just holding the spawn doors. They don't want Betas getting anywhere here. This spawn is being held, and they aren't getting anywhere, Betas. And again, a really strong map from Wave Riders. It's almost like whoever picks map seems to have the better time. It's almost like the maps make a difference to these two teams. Speaking of a difference to these teams, we're going to find ourselves now on Beta's attack. Let's see how they do on their offense. It is going to be a big push from them if they are to get a time anywhere near what Wave Riders did. 3 minutes 15 seconds is a brilliant time on the clock. Should be proud of it. Also, I'd like to apologise for the lack of hot sauce on this stream. I know for those of you that were watching yesterday, we had Gio completing another of the charity milestones from the recent tournament, farewell Overwatch tournament that we were doing. It's been pretty good doing those milestones. I've been doing a few myself, and yeah, here we go into the next fight. Kev finds the early, is just standing right in the middle, has no fear, and that's because Tommy B is in the back line killing everybody. But looks at things on the Genji, gets 2 already. We're going straight into a pause here, and that is a bit of a nasty freeze frame we got right. Anyway, the way this map is going, it's looking very favorable for Wave Riders to tie the series at 2 apiece. Can Betas have a storming attack? The way Tommy B goes about getting stuck in at the early stages of this point, it definitely looks like it's possible. They're going to have to get this cart to the end here. And Artie again finds another pick, this time with a pizza lover. And that Widow really coming in clutch here on the side of Artie. And it is Artie taking the Widow this time instead of Tommy B. We've seen Tommy take the Widow last time around on the defense, but this time Artie's having a go. We've not just had 2 Widows on this map, we've had 3. I have to say, Devilwood though on the Surgeon has the most value. And oh my goodness, that rock was insane, Mr. Kev. Beautiful play. Completely deleted. Tommy B getting that ready for that blade here. I'm gonna try and find the Widow. If they can deny the Widow space. Just like that. Didn't quite get the kill, unfortunately, and actually really well recovered. Oh my goodness, that seems a bit glitchy. Finding the kill, finding to keep the luck alive there is actually going to give the fight back in favor of Wave Riders. And they don't need to win too many fights on this map to take it, because we don't play rounds 3 and 4 in the scrim. We just treat it as both teams complete, and it's whoever has the most time is the winner. Luck takes a lot of damage at face value there, but able to stay alive very much thanks to Pizza Lover and co. But here we find ourselves in a bit of a stalemate going on here, but it is going to be Betas with the advantage at the moment, and that is a beautiful blade coming through, and there comes the flux, actually lifts them away from the blade. The chaos ensues, but it doesn't matter. Betas find the value they need, not the way they potentially intended, but they find the value nonetheless. They are going to hold this choke point, try and gain the space before time, but oh dear, Orcio gets caught out on this left-hand side, gets taken down. It's going to be just Jethro now on the heels, trying to keep Kev alive, going to be able to get that window down, but it's not going to be enough on its own. A beautiful play comes in here to deny, but you know, too many ultimates I think on Wave Rider's side to really fight against that. If you're Betas, they're just using the window and the sights. Artie getting caught out very late there in that fight as well. Time is already ticking down for Betas. They need to get themselves back online, back rolling with a chance to win this map. But it's very well played by Western Raid Riders right now. Oh, and Luck finds a head with the rifle there, the God rifle, and it's not going to be enough though. Kev finding a pick, and it's going to get the flux in as well. Going to catch 2 in it as well. A big flux comes down, and a huge combination of abilities with that, and that's going to give Betas the 2nd point on this particular map. How much time are they going to have to complete in time? They do not have enough time to complete, so Western Raid Riders will be the ones to win this map. It's just going to be down to whether betas can complete and whether they complete with any time left on the clock. They have 3 minutes 40 seconds though, so they've got a pretty strong chance of it. They do need to find a bit more of a rhythm though, having lost a little bit of rhythm just on that second point. Their first point was very fast. And find the hold, right click and peek. Oh, Orcio! Just relentless heads, but pays for it. Gets a little bit overzealous potentially. Tommy B on the low ground is going to be able to get this cart moving, just playing close here and be able to get back up there. Nice barrier coming in from Kev, but can he get the... He can! He does! He gets the rock in, denies the flux. Kev again with the deny onto Galahorn's flux. And we find ourselves rolling back as betas themselves find themselves very limited on resources, very limited on players right now, and they're going to have to find themselves an exit. And Kev is finding themselves an exit and taking Pizza Lover to the grave with them, finding an angles here onto the denying the Widow space. This is all very good stuff from betas. They are looking like they're getting very close to the end of this map. This completion is possible here. Galahorn though taking out Jester means that they are without their main source of healing and are going to be in big trouble without that main source of healing. So what do they do next? They begin to push on to the objective here. On this right hand side, they want to gain space. They're going to wait for Jester. Jester is now back. They're going to come through. Kev is going ham against Galahorn here, but needs some support. Gets very low here. And is it going to be enough, just Jester there, to sustain through all of that damage? It does look like it has been enough. Kev is still alive to fight another day, has a flux, and this could be a big flux through the window. It is going to be through the window. Oh my goodness me. And it's a big slam to the ground as well. Coming all the way on this right hand side. And that's going to be a kill on to Jada. And now no one's there to touch the point. And betas, they are going to complete the map. They are going to complete the map with time. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to give them the map victory. And it's going to be a tied series, a 2 apiece. Very, very well played. Update the scores. Ciao. Amazing job from the beta squad, the A51 OGs, as they well, they're not the OGs, but they are the oldest team that was founded originally as an A51 team, built from the ground up. The oldest team in the org, though. That title is not betas, and kudos to anyone in chat who can name the oldest team, or the oldest team still kicking in Arena 51 gaming. But before we do that, we're going to be going into a control map. It's going to be Ilios, and we're first of all going to Ruins. Personally, I'm a big fan of Ruins. I mean, it's it's the point of Ilios. You can get away with playing Rhine, but hey, let's see what these teams are going to play. I imagine we're going to see a lot more of the Monkey Rush comp we saw on Busan at the beginning of the scrim. But everything's still to play for. Both teams playing very, very well. Well, you know, some maps go in favor of betas, some maps going heavily in favors of Wave Riders, you know. But it's going to be down to who gets the better of this control. So far, betas have shown that they are the stronger team on these sort of mirror type kind of maps where you've got to take control of something. They won the push and they won the control earlier. So this kind of map probably plays a bit more into that chaotic style that we're so used to seeing with betas. And anyway, we're going straight into the round right now. And Devilwood on the Surgeon. already using those abilities brilliantly to sort of split betas up here, and it's going to lead to a kill onto Arky as well. And here we go, already getting up to 40% to that ultimate, and actually it doesn't need the ultimate ability to win fights here. Just finds so much value. Kev on point here is unable to find anything on their own, and Orcio just struggling to stay out of harm's way. Kev getting very, very low, is unable to get the safety and that health back there. Orcio finding a way out somehow. Artie finds himself getting dealt damage here. Orcio still not dead, somehow survives, but Artie does finally... Artie actually on point, getting value back. I was looking for the kill feed there onto Orcio, and there was kills from Artie on point, unaware by myself or the Wave Riders there, but the ability that Artie was just unleashing on them, and what was looking like a Wave Rider's first fight completely turned on its head. But they need to be careful of these high grounds. Winston has a lot of control now up there, and without that sort of uppercut ability that Doomfist used to have, it's going to be hard for Doomfist to also get up to those places. The slam obviously does give them a bit of an up boost now to compensate. But here comes the blade from Tommy B, but immediately taken down. Devil Wood getting so much value, but Artie unleashes a Death Blossom and kills everything in sight. The name of the ability is well named there. In the hands of the mighty, it is a Death Blossom. Here comes a Kasuni Rush, and Devilwood is just going to do the right thing, play it safe, comes into the Kasuni Rush of their own, and actually going to be able to get a lot of value from this right hand side. Chasing that Lucio, trying to get the prediction in there, but it's very difficult on these sort of projectile heroes. But still holding out on that point. Artie gets very low, and actually Devilwood does a really good job to get out of there, and also finds Pizza Lover for support. Pizza Lover coming in strong so far, but also gets taken down, and it's getting very, very scrappy, but it is Bayers that still control the point. Still have control of the point. Tommy B is now on the Junkrat. Ladies and gentlemen, what are they going to be doing now? And what it looks like they'll be doing is taking control of everything. Artie has that Death Blossom ability, the Beyblade, as it were, when the Nano, but no Nano today, just the B instead. And that's going to be enough for Wave Riders to actually cap the point, take control, and they're going to be pushing. They're going to be pushing betas all the way back to their spawn door. They're going to get the cap in. They have very limited ability ultimates online now for this sort of defense, but they had to win that fight. They're going to have a tire to deal with here. They're going to have a Death Blossom to deal with. B will probably be online at some point, and as well. This could be really difficult for them. It's going to have to be all on Devilwood's shoulders right now, with trying to make a really good use of this overclock ability, and whether they can find the value. They don't even need the overclock ability by itself. They're just going to go in and they're going to find some kills, but it is Artie then comes in with the Death Blossom, and they manage to deal with a lot of ults, and they manage to get a couple of picks, but there's no one to touch the point, and that is going to be round one of Ilios going in that way of betas. One could say they baited the overclock and then unleashed the Death Blossom. Lighthouse, it may be. What will we see? Oh. There ye be, a Junkrat. In Glee. And it's betas that are going to take control of the plane. And Kev getting to play the punchy character. Oh, gets a really big slam in there as well. But it's not going to be enough. Point takes in control. Still no ultimates on board. 25% debaters, and it'll probably be about 25% to Wave Riders before we see the first ultimate used here. Very neutral fighty at the moment from both teams. Kev looking to take control here, and is actually going to need to get out because there's a Reaper right in the back line here. And they're going to take some space and again just use that fifth ability to just knock people away, to maybe get the good lineup from Kev here. And actually that's going to be nearly a cap here from Arthi. Arthi is going to be able to get to safety here with the Wraith, but Devilwood is going to take down Tommy B, who doesn't have the Wraith ability to escape and feels the pain. Artie doesn't last much longer afterwards as well, falling to, and now it's going to be a lot of ultimates online for both teams going through. Tommy B with the switch onto the Genji means that they are going to be behind in ultimates as well now, betas. They're behind in percentage, they're behind in ultimates, but we've seen them in this position before. What can they do to come back? Let's find out very, very soon. Probably a big Death Blossom again by Artie. I'm predicting here to turn this around, but you know, if Devilwood can find another one of those amazing overclocks, then, and a Kasune as well to go with that, and the Blossom as well. It's just brutal. They're just going to use all the ultimates here as well. Artie actually losing the Blossom there. Kev is going to use the Meteor Strike and not going to find anything with it. Jess also going to use the B. They're going to really invest into this fight with only 2 members still around for betas, and it's not going to last long. It is going to force out Devilwood's ability, but it's not going to be enough. And yeah, 99%. The map is just about to end with Jess unable to touch, and the game is set for a deciding point of Ilios, and it's everyone's favorite. It's Well. I'm gonna go fetch the water with Dialyzer's bucket. Or are they going to steal the hay from the windmill? And grab victory? It's a time like now where I feel like I've said most of my Overwatch knowledge, and the only thing I know to say is Tommy B's playing Genji, Devilwood's playing Surgeon, everything else is the same. Good luck, GG's, zoom zoom, piao piao. It's got to that point when you do the solo cast where you start talking to yourself, start doing sound effects. Jethro playing the high ground, looking for the boot, and tries to find it, but a beautiful teleport ability there is going to find the way out. and is unable to find the actual kill here. But Tommy B, though, on the Genji gets a first pick, and it is going to be onto Devilwood, but needs to be careful. Kev gets very low and actually gets taken down as well. And he'd rather be down your main tank. You'd rather be down your Surgeon than your main tank in this game. Without your main tank, you find it very difficult. Not impossible though, as betas are just proving now. Even without the main tank, if you rush hard enough, you can rush to victory. Some very aggressive use of Lucio plays we're seeing from Jestrel. Jestrel doesn't get to play the Lucio all that much, apart from in this composition, and really benefiting from it. And that is a huge boot from Jess as well, just proving the point that they are the aggressive Lucio and they're going to get value from it. And Tommy B is going to take down Jada, Jess's counterparts from Wave Riders. And it is Tommy B on the Genji. It's Dynamic Master 911 in chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an OG Clash Royale Arena 51 chat member right now. The Expo player. I'll tell you what we have in the game right now, and that is a beautiful play coming in from Tommy B. Going to find some value in the back line, and they're going to take down Devilwood with Orcio for support. RT takes down Luck. Tommy B does finally die, but it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be the end. 73% for betas. It's looking increasingly good for them. But here we go. In they go. Big blade comes through. Tommy B dealing with the background. And find a couple into the drink here as the Lucio is both trying to find the boots. And there is a beautiful juggle trying to get Tommy B off the map, but the abilities from the Genji just able to stay on the map and not below. Too little, too late. It may be for that Genji. We find ourselves Devilwood taking over this right hand side. Had to drop off though. Gonna come back, try and get some space. Want to play the long lines of sight here. Doesn't want to get dove by this Winston or the Reaper of Arty. But gotta be worried about the front line going on right now, as it is Galahorn going in deep. Gonna take down Orcio. Huge pick onto Orcio. And there is no break ability now for Arty, and that's going to be a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Arty sustains long enough to take down Galahorn, and that is going to be a Winston down for them. If Bates can come back fast, they might have the advantage in this next fight, but I don't think they're going to be coming back fast enough. They need to take down some of the overextenders here, but no, they play very, very smartly here, Wave Riders, and they are now back to their strong 5. I nearly said 6. Going to take control of the point, holding out for as long as they can here. And it is going to be Kev into the back line, but there is Arty on the front line doing a death blossom, but a bubble and a beat. It's a chomp through. There's too much health to get through, and gets immediately deleted. And Devilwood now pops the rail gun in through Orcio's head into Kev's back, and then the overclock just for good measure. And that is going to be another fight for Wave Riders. A point that was looking very much betas to lose here is now looking like betas to win. They've got a lot of uphill battle to go for here, and Tommy B getting deleted by a Death Blossom in the Kasuni rush is not going to be the way they wanted to start that. Jethro and Kev gonna try and stall up for as long as possible. Jethro with the beat is gonna stay alive for a long time, but not forever. And beat does come in, and that is going to get one pick, but it's not going to be enough as Jethro does get taken down, and no one from betas is able to get close enough to touch the point.
Score
And we're going to see 3-2 in the series so far. In fact, actually, sorry, on the wrong team there. Yes, Dynamic Master, of course, I'll never forget Non-Meta Musketeers. That being part of that organization inspired me to start my own. Anyways, the scrim is not over, ladies and gentlemen. It might be 3-2, but in EU, if the game is flowing and the scrim is competitive, the teams will just keep going for the 2-hour time slot. And the map that they have chosen is a fan favorite, and that is King's Row. Of course, we talked about it earlier on when we were on Midtown, but now we're going to King's Row and the UK's contribution to the Overwatch map pool. We're going to be seeing more of the same, are we? Or are we going to see something different? No, look, it's a Winston going into a Reinhardt. The first Reinhardt we've seen all scrim, and Tommy B getting taken down early by luck is going to be that not going to be able to see too much value from that Reinhardt just yet. Also gets taken down by Jet. Is it going to be enough? No, the point is capped, and Beta's just given our first point immediately, pretty much. And they're going to find themselves having to deal with a Reaper up on this high ground as well. Sturgeon also getting up on that high ground. Going to be very hard for the Ryan Kev to deal with, and Kev's going to find it very difficult to find value in this composition. Cannot get close enough to swing. That being said, Kev likes proving me wrong, and there's a beautiful fire strike taking down Luck W1, and all the pin go backwards, and oh, here we go. This is what we like to see with Reinhardt. The commentator says they don't get much value on this against this comp, and they prove them wrong. And yeah, beautifully played by Beta. They are going to take control of this choke point yet again, and that is going to allow them to have a lot of aggression as they come in with the proton barrier, and it's not going to be enough protection for Kev as Kev gets taken down, and once Kev falls, the rest soon follow, and that is an expensive fight to lose for Betas as they lose the proton barrier there, or the wall as some like to call it. Going through to this next fight though, Betas, they got some potential ultimates online, potentially going to have fire, the Earth Shatter, but you got to get through Devilwood's railgun ability right now. And we like to see kart progress. This is what Overwatch is about. And it's like to see Artie taking down Luck here. Pizza Lover playing very safe in the backline here, is unable to really save their team, and it is going to be Galahorn taken down here, but it's Devilwood. Oh, the protection there was just beautiful to deny the value coming in from that slam. And a huge play by Pizza Lover to keep Devilwood alive, and Devilwood now able to just find so much value on the aggression here, going in deep into Beta's backline. And this is what we saw last time we saw them on a hybrid map. Really just found their rhythm here, Wave Riders. Ooh, big hit into Kev's head there, and here comes a Kasumi Rush as well, and you combine that with a Surgeon, and you're going to get a lot of damage, and it's not just the Surgeon that's getting the value here. So much value coming in from the Winston, and here comes again another beautiful railgun shot. Orcio gets taken down as well, and it's just this overclock is just too strong. It's just getting so much value here. Kev gets the pin though, and he's not having any of this anymore. Thanos does it himself to take victory on that fight and actually stop that cart from going too far. Might have to back up a little bit now, but with the rest of the team should be able to get going forwards here. Got the shatter ready to go. We saw what happened with the last one. Hopefully that they can get something a little bit better out of it this time. They get slammed, they get booped away from it, and again the protection and the lamp is just really strong. But if you've used protection and lamp, you're not going to be able to protect against the charge as well. And really making use of that is Kev, punishing the fact that the defensive abilities were used. Really smart play from Kev. Kev just holding this ground here, waiting for the heals to come through. They do come through pretty fast, and Kev is showing those veteran main tankers how to play the Reinhardt character. Meanwhile, Galahorn up top, Pizza Lover for company, and they're going to drop down now onto the cup, try and find some value. Are they going to find anything? No, they're not. It's just going to be Kev steaming into the backline solo, taking them all on here. But the valiant effort from Kev is actually going to slow down Wave Riders completely in this fight as time goes on. Artie on the Reaper, trying to get some value into the Winston, and actually he's going to unleash the Death Blossom onto Jeb and onto Galahorn, and a huge combination there. It's going to take them both down. Beautifully played. Defensive position taken by Kev. Going to leave that first corner and actually play this safer second corner. And it's safer because there's more ways to go, but it's also more dangerous because once you lose that corner, there's not many corners left. The stab comes down, but unable to find anything. And here comes the charge through to the back line, but isn't going to be enough. It's not, no. The pick comes in from Devilwood, and now they progress the cart forward. It's been a valiant effort so far. Tommy B switching over to the Jesse character, the cowboy, and that might just give them enough sustain and an extra bit of extra damage and control that they need. But it's definitely working out for them so far. They have the first pick. Devilwood though is just getting so much value from this high ground. No one able to contest as well. Not able to find the best value out of the overclock, but that's not the end of the world for them. Plenty of time to find picks, and it's Kev with the first pick of the fight. And it's going to force them all the way back here. JDep going to try and get a bit more progress on the cart. Does actually manage to do so. Finds a pick on a Tommy B as well. Aggression coming through from both of these teams, and Kev in the backline is going to get taken out without any support of healing, able to get round that corner that they've flown into here. Artie able to use the rage ability to stay on the point just for a bit longer here, but they need a pick. Finds luck one. That's going to be a long ways to getting themselves back in control here, but there's still a long way to go. And is Kev coming back in? The immortality gets thrown in by by Orcio, excuse me. And that's going to keep them alive for a little while longer. Orcio going in strong here, but it is going to be Artie on this front line, showing everybody the power of the shotgun at close range, and unleashes a Death Blossom like they do in the Beyblade anime TV show. And are they going to touch the cart? They are going to touch the cart. They are going to trigger overtime, but the high noon is going to deny anyone from being able to get there. Kev with the shatter as well, just to make sure that no one gets close. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a show. Can Betas tie the series and complete King's Row? Or are we going to see a 4-2 victory to our friends from Western, the Wave Riders? Stay tuned as we wait for the teams to ready themselves choose their compositional choices, and we can already see maybe some changes in style being prepared by both teams. As we make our way down King's Row, 15 minutes to 9 British time or GMT. We find ourselves, betas find themselves 3-2 down to Wave Riders in their usual Thursday night scrim, but with an unusual character in Orcio taking up the flex support position. Will they find their way through to victory, or will they get stalled out here? I am loving the fact that we're seeing this. Huge respect for this. It's my favorite tank at the moment, to be honest. It's just so fun. Unfortunately, not the most meta of heroes right now, especially against the dive compositions. Tell that to Kev. Kev is just going in. There's absolutely no messing about. Showing everyone how to play the funny character. But also does meet demise to the railgun from Devilwood. Just a very strong one-shot ability. Is it going to be enough though? RT coming in on the... here comes Kev again, coming back from the spawn door. Has to find some value here. It's Jethro finding the first pick of the fight onto Jadep. But it is going to be Devilwood coming through yet again with the picks coming through. But Jess again finds another one. Jess, DPS Lucio, unbelievable. At both of those times it was on defense, but crazy amounts of damage coming through from the Lucio there. Deal a couple of picks. Are they going to be enough to be able to get an early fight in here? Probably not. There's Kev having to play safe with these corners, so it's overheating. Can you use that to get close? Gets in close, but like, how much space can they take before they get absolutely melted? And the answer is they take a lot, but they have to back out very fast, and they have to back out faster than they possibly could, and unfortunately get taken down. Very good aggression, very good aggression coming through from Wave Riders to deny that. They are a couple of members down now, so this is a really good opportunity for betas to cap this first point, or at least get one tick. They were still waiting for them to come back, but it does look like they are going to get back just in time here to have a 5v5. But you know, it's just going to give a lot of control over to Kev and the rest of betas on this side, and it is going to be Tommy B coming in with the overclock ability this time around, unable to find anything, unlike their counterpart here. And it is Devilwood that shows the skills on that Sorogin, and it's just unbelievable the level of Sorogin play we're seeing from Devilwood today. It's been very hard for betas to shut them down. Going for another pulse. Good. Allows me to get a breather. I ran out of drink about halfway through map 1, and without a color caster, like, it really dries your throat out. I mean, I'm used to talking non-stop, but this is a whole new level. You don't really realize how difficult it is to talk non-stop until you cast solo. There are a few others in A51 that have casted solo as well, and you know, it's really admirable of them to have done it. And like, I did it for a long time and thought it was normal and fine, like, but the chaos of Overwatch and the amount of adrenaline rush, it's very difficult. But I'll tell you what isn't difficult, and that's getting a Death Blossom like that. Beautiful play by Luck W to show everybody how you do the Reaper character. You press Q and you win. I've had some very big Beyblades from both teams so far. Some spin to wins. A different kind of spin to win, but here we're going to find Luck W1 here. And here comes the artillery strike. Is it going to find any value? No, it is not. And it's going to be the Beta's going to need to find something fast. TBD does find Pizza Lover in the back line here. They don't have too many ultimates online at the moment. And without, you know, it's going to be down to Kev. Kev really is the only one online. And they are going to cap. They're going to cap here. I don't see them coming back to touch. Kev is just going to push and bully them so that they can't even think about touching. They're still going to stop Galahorn though. Galahorn is going to go for it. Unable to do it though, and that could be costly. Galahorn now in trouble. Galahorn does get out to safety though. Grab comes in from Kev. It catches loads, but it's just unable to find the kill until right at the end. The sustain was good, just not quite good enough from the team from Western here. And here we go. They're going to try and find their way out. Is it going to be enough? Doesn't look like it. They're going to beam them down here. Kev is going so much value on this Zarya, playing the hero of the meta really. Just so strong in terms of the damage output potential and the sustain as well. Combine that with the Kiriko and a Bap and Lucio to get you close enough as well, like instead of the Kiriko is another. It's just showing the strength of the off tanks really. They're going to be pushing in now, and here comes Galahorn. Tight, becomes tight, very nice, very good bubbles here from Kev, not using them selfishly here, really good usage, keeping the team alive and actually going to get survive this Death Blossom as well, and actually get the kill onto Luck as well as an extra bonus, and going to take down Surgeon here as well. Pizza Lover just one left alone on this right hand side. Kev tries to bounce up onto the high ground, but it's unable to do so, and Beta's again clutching it out right at the end. Could be caking the second point of King's Row, and the grab comes in, but it's not going to stop everybody, unfortunately. And the touch does come through, and it's not going to be enough on its own though, and I think there is going to be enough from Betas, and they are pushing still. This fight is not over. We're going right down to the wire here as to which team is the best out of the two. Strong performances from both sides as we go forward. Can hold the car nicely. And they're going to be pushing in strong here. Tommy B gets taken down by Devilwood again. Another one. Kasuni Rush is going to follow that in. And it is going to be Galahorn though, going a little bit too deep, but it's okay. The team, Wave Riders, has got enough damage in, enough picks in, and Kev is now the one that's in trouble here, but is actually going to fight. Kev is going to fight this regardless. Pushing on to the cart now. Betas need to find themselves something. They've got 30 seconds left. Need to be careful. Probably approaching last fight territory now as the time kicks down. In fact, we are now in last fight territory. If they lose another fight, it's going to be game over for them, as the overtime respawns are much slower than they would be normally. Widow comes in from Luck and actually going to take down Jethro. Jethro is going to get the quick spawn though, and obviously being Lucio, we'll be able to get back quite fast. But until that point, they're going to be playing a 4v5, and without Lucio, it's not one of those you want to be missing in that fight. Realistically, and they're really struggling to stay alive and just unable to in the end here. And it is going to be a clean final fight. The Wave Riders taking the game 4-2. So far, I believe we are getting GGs because we haven't got straight back to the menu. Anyways, we may be blessed with some interviewees. We may not be, but I will keep you in the know if that happens or not. And if we do have any, if we do have any interviewers, then we have. I need to change my settings to be able to actually hear them. Oh, it's already done. Don't worry. From yesterday, but yeah, potentially you could see some interviewees from the team. I'd love to hear from Orcio. Oh, there we go. Hey Orcio, welcome.
Hello. Sorry, I still had the stream open. I didn't hear what you said.
I said welcome.
Oh, well. Oh yeah, thank you.
How it's great to have you back on, even if it's only on an interview, and to see you play. How did it feel to play today? Was that a tryout or was that just a ringer?
No, that was just ringing. I ring a lot for betas.
Yeah,
I like to ring for betas. Just hits me up 3 minutes before scrim every time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
You use scrims, am I right?
Yeah. But
I know
new scrims are the best scrims.
I know those betas crew aren't always the most the best at informing Jess when they're not going to be there.
That's fine. I think no, they're not. But it's not a problem. They always just scrim. So
how was it playing the flex support? You look like you're having a bit of fun there. You got a bit caught out a couple of times. Obviously used to playing DPS, but
it's just a DPS brain. But I like to play Kiriko. It's a broken hero, but I can do DPS stuff with it. I can heal stuff, and flex support is kind of that role that I think every DPS player likes, because you can also kind of play DPS type style with flex
absolutely
support, which you don't have as much while playing tank or main support.
Jess is saying in chat, goated flex support Orcio.
Thank you, Jess. Jess actually played really well today. She died so little.
Jess played incredible. Like, Jess, you'll be proud of me. I actually remembered while I was solo casting to cast, even like get the perspective of the supports, and a couple of times I'm like, oh, Jess is gonna pop off here, and we respect you, and you got like 2 kills on Lucio.
Yeah, Jess is just insane, especially on like Idios.
Absolutely.
The first fight on Ruins, she stayed alive for so long, and like that's exactly what a main support should do, and Jess was doing it.
Yeah, and not only staying alive, but staying alive with the team. Being able to heal as well. So we've had Lucio stay alive by staying in the spawn room. So I mean that's one thing. But
this is what my coach said. My coach said to stay alive. I'm staying in the spawn room.
Yes. You said stay alive. Yeah, it's oh, what a day, what a scrim, and it was a close game as well. I mean, who did you find was like their MVP? Do you think?
Well, they had a top 500 player. I don't know his name anymore, but like I kind of felt he was just feeding. I didn't think he was the best player. I actually don't know. I was so focused on like keeping the team up that I don't focus on the enemy team. But I feel like the soldier was getting a lot of random picks.
The Sojourn was getting so much value.
Yeah.
Unbelievable value on the Sojourn. Yeah.
I
what
desk
was
slammed when I just got out of spawn and just got headshotted instantly by a Rogan.
I don't think they played anything other than Sojourn the whole.
No, they're
the whole
a
scrim.
one-trick comp team. So boring. 2 hour long, same comp. They got a good mental for that then.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing all right with it. They definitely fell down against some of your comps. It was nice to see you guys diversify though. I like play different things. It was like nice to see like a big variation. I really liked their rotation actually on Midtown when you played Farah and they just played completely around the Farah. Like the Farah got like Tommy, great Farah player, but if there's nothing to shoot at, and they just completely out rotated there. And that was smart by them. But yeah, you had some really good points in there as well. So you got unlucky on Ilios as well.
I don't know. Like the thing is, at the end we kind of realized like going really aggressive into this team really works, but then it was kind of too late to actually like win most maps. But still, I think it was close enough. The games were really close, at least. Maybe it's 2-4 for them, but like 3-3 would have been fair. We should have won Ilios actually. We're at 99, but they just used their ults better. But actually, then it's fair for them. It was not a good story. I just kept on talking about nothing. It's good to talk about nothing sometimes. You don't have to use your brain that much. Save your brain for important stuff.
Okay,
No.
sorry, I'm muted. Sorry, any producer. Anyways. 19-month subscription. Unbelievable, wasn't it? So like, this goes way back to Ram Rena, doesn't it? Like, right back in the early days.
I joined Arena 51 when I was 16. Now I'm almost 19.
Sheesh!
It's crazy.
That is something else as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, for those of you that don't know, has done some amazing work with some of our historic vids as well. We came back with the Arena Plat and Diamond division. Orcio did the trailer for that. Orcio's also done some. About that. Orcio's done some montage stuff for us as well in the past. So
the Arena week 1, like I think, last week it hit 300 views, which is kind of cool.
Let's go. Is that on the Ram 1 channel though, or the 851 channel?
It's on the Ram 1 channel.
It's also on 851 channel, I think.
Yeah, it was on both channels. When are you retiring, Orcio? I did retire, but now I'm back. I'm unretired.
Orcio is unretired.
Oh yeah, and I have a relationship with Artie since the scrim.
Aww.
Yeah.
You know, you have my blessing. You have my blessing. You don't need it, but you have my blessing anyway.
Now I'm gonna marry Archie.
Absolutely. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
We'll do it on stream.
Arena 51 wedding.
We'll get Spag to conduct the wedding.
That would be so cool, though.
Absolutely. That'd be good.
It's gonna be a trending Twitch.
Yeah.
Trending Twitch stream.
Live streamed weddings, yeah.
And we have to get. You have a second Arena 51 channel, right, where you stream on as well, like during tournaments.
We only stream on this one at the moment.
Oh yeah, but
Uh,
like during tournaments, you have to streams, right?
Sometimes
on,
if we've got the staff to do it.
yeah, okay, and on that channel, you just have to have a caster of the wedding, just commentating, play by play.
Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy.
Oh God.
Oh, Geo casts the wedding. Oh, you have to ask Geo for that. He's
I want
He's
Gio to be. I want Gio to be my uncle.
Who doesn't want Geo to be their uncle?
Actually?
Let's be real for a second.
Yeah, Gio would actually be like that fun uncle. Like you see at family parties, and then you see Gio.
With the pink beard and the green hair. Or
Yeah. Wait, does he have green hair and pink beard now?
No, he hasn't yet, but he's got to do it for the milestones for the charity tournament.
That's actually so cool.
I've got to get the mohawk back. So
I have pink hair now.
I've got to grow my hair out. The top of my hair is long enough, but the back of my hair is just not there. I had it cut for a wedding just before the stream. Now I'm just waiting.
Oh no. Oh no.
I was at a wedding during the event as well, so I couldn't even be there for the event. I just came back and it was like, oh yeah, we smashed all the milestones, by the way. You're gonna have to do this, and this.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I completely missed the event. I was just out of scrimming and stuff.
It's good to have you back though, anyways.
Yeah, I still need to hit Spag a message.
Absolutely. Spag is always looking to recruit more producers and stuff for the and recruit video editors as well, like to get YouTube content out.
I wanna edit videos again. I like that.
Oh, you did the Hella and Proxy death montage, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
I forgot.
That was a video. Oh no.
That was actually a pretty good video though. I completely forgot I did that.
No, we're gonna have to do that again, me and Prox. We'll do that.
I watched so much of that just because of how funny it was and that you just couldn't do it.
We couldn't do anything.
I think I watched at least like more than half of that just on the side.
Yeah, it was fun to do. Like when Proxy died, when we started like the next day, it was kind of just like when he jumped off in the nerve.
Yeah, that's okay. I completely forgot about that. That has to be like a year ago, right?
Sorry, I do have to just rewind a bit. I do apologize. I'm mispronoun there. They jumped off. That's my mistake. So apologies. But yeah, when they jumped off in the nether, oh no! I think when
was the video uploaded?
We got to day 40 just by sticking around and doing nothing.
It's not okay.
Stay inside, like. Oh, we'll do that again. That was really fun.
8 months ago, I uploaded Dear A51 Community when Nate first Orcio.
Oh yeah, that was a fun thing. We haven't had any content apart from Tuesday Newsdays for the last couple of weeks because obviously Spag took up doing the Tuesday Newsday, and then because Cider I was going back to college and stuff and didn't have as much time, so was it college or uni? I can't remember. Either way, Cider couldn't do it anymore, so Spag had to pick up the mantle there, and we're not getting any. We haven't got much time for poor Spag to do anything else, as well as he's just started a job himself. So yeah, any assistance would be very appreciated, I'm sure, from Spag.
Well, I'm 16th of August. It's a little over a year ago. The death compilation. Wait, I can put it in chat.
Yeah, it was on our birthday like 2 years ago.
Oh,
not a year ago, isn't it?
Yeah. Now I remember. I purely did this scrim to avoid schoolwork, but now I'm not in the mood to go back to schoolwork. I'm doing great.
Mood 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we should, unless you've got anything else you want to add before we end stream.
Do I want to add anything?
Anything to your beautiful viewers?
I want to add that you can click the follow button, and if you can, hit the subscribe button, and it would help us great. Self-promotion.
It sounded like I was twisting your arm to say that.
No, you just put me on the spot and didn't know what to say, so I just kind of went with it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate it. These are Orsio's own words. He has not been paid to say that. We also don't have his first child at ransom either. But no,
you already have a child.
Morse code on Discord, noise activation.
Wait, I'm almost done. Okay, boom. There's nothing going on in the chat. Wait, Morse code on Discord noise activation. What's Discord noise activation?
It's when it like flashes on the screen, like we're on the interview page. Yeah, it's like a heartbeat.
Yeah. Wow, so good. I don't know Morse code though. Does anyone know Morse code in here? Can you give me?
I know S and O, and that's it.
Oh, that's a good one to have though. They can spell SOS.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know it. Dash dot.
I should learn that.
I mean that's straightforward. Dash dot. Yeah, three dots, three dashes, three dots.
Yeah, okay, that is pretty.
Also,
straightforward.
I didn't invent Morse code, and there's probably a good reason for it. But why would you choose a vowel to be 3 dashes?
Well, Heller, that's because
surely you'd want a vowel to be something that you know you're going to use it a lot. So surely you'd want to use it like.
But maybe there were too many vowels to be long, and like there were to have short thingies.
Dot dash dot dash.
No, but then it's not. Then it's not short anymore, right? Someone sent me Morse code. Dot. That's an S. No, that's an S.
Dot is an S, yeah.
It's probably like sus or something.
Oh because... yeah. No, that is a U.
Okay. Haha. We got it. I think we should become like Morse code people.
We'll cast purely on Morse code with a beat.
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be the most cursed thing ever.
Just a whole caster day just full of Morse code.
Oh no.
You just hear.
I was tempted to. I don't know if people watch Minecraft or Hermitcraft or anything, but I was tempted to put Grumbot on as my co-caster for today. Just like a picture of Grumbot. Yeah. If you watch Hermitcraft and specifically Mumbo, Jumbo, or Grian.
I can't say I do.
But you'd know who Grumbot is. Grian most recently. Mumbo hasn't hasn't uploaded a video about Grumbot for a long time now.
Oh no.
Like if you could literally just search Grumbot, I think it would come up. Anyways, I bid you all a farewell and a good evening, and we'll see you all again soon.
But till soon, everyone.